Good morning, children. Good morning, everyone. So, our topic for today is to divide 3 to 4 digit numbers by 1 to 2 digit numbers without and with remainder. Of course, with me, Ma'am Maritan. Okay, to start with, divide the following and write your answer in the chat box. Okay, are you ready? Of course. Number 1. 50 divided by 5 equals... Fantastic! It's 10. Number 2. 72 divided by 8 equals... Amazing! It's 9. Number 3. 32 divided by 4 equals... Exactly! It's 8. Number 4. 49 divided by 7 equals... Amazing! It's 7. For the last number, number 5, 54 divided by 9 equals... Very good! It's 6. Okay, amazing start. So now, class, what is division? So division is a method of distributing group of things into equal parts. It is one of the 4 basic operations of arithmetic, which gives a fair result of sharing. The division is an operation inverse of multiplication. So what are the parts in a division equation? So first, we have division symbol. Inside the division symbol is what we call the dividend. And what is the dividend? Dividend is the number that being divided in the division process. And take note, class, that dividend is the bigger number. Okay, now class, outside the division symbol is what we call divisor. And what is divisor? The number by which dividend is being divided by. Next, that we already know the dividend and the divisor, and the answer to the division process is what we called quotient. So the quotient here is 4. A quotient is a result obtained in the division process. Next one. If we have already know that the quotient is 4, that the last part is what we call the remainder. And what is the remainder? It is a portion of the dividend that is left over after division. So it is the leftover. Now, let us try to analyze the division by a story problem. So, Mang Danny gathered 432 eggs one morning. He needs to put them in trays that can hold 12 eggs in each tray. The question is, how many trays did Mang Danny use? Again, I will repeat the problem. Mang Danny gathered 432 eggs one morning. He needs to put them in trays that can hold 12 eggs in each tray. How many trays did Mang Danny use? So let's analyze the problem. So what is being asked? So the question is, how many trays did Mang Danny use? So we are going to find the number of trays that Mang Dani used. Number 2, what are the given facts or the given number? So Mang Dani gathered 432 eggs one morning. So how many eggs? 432. That is one of the given facts. Another given, he needs to put them in trays that can hold 12 eggs in each tray. So we have 12 eggs in each tray. Okay, next. What is the operation to be used? Of course, we are going to divide or division. Next, what is the number sentence? So we are going to divide 432 divided by 12 is equal to n. Solve the problem. Step number 1. Divide the number inside the house with the number outside the house of the division symbol. Start with 2-digit in the dividend since the divisor is 2-digit. So in step number 1, we are going to choose 43 and divided by 12. So I have here a table of 12 because our divisor is 12. So we are going to find less than or equal to 43. Since in our table we don't have exactly 43, but we have less than 43. And what is that number? Very good, it's 36. So 36 divided by 12 is how many? It's 3. So we are going to place 3 in our quotient. And then is to multiply. Multiply the number outside of the house or by the number on the top of the house. So meaning, we are going to multiply the quotient by the divisor. So we have here, our quotient is 3 and our divisor is 12. So we are going to multiply that. And 3 times 12 is equal to 36. And we are going to place 36 in our dividend. So, next is to subtract. Subtract the number inside the house from the number below the inside number. So meaning, we are going to subtract the dividend 43 by the product of 36. So we are going to subtract that one. So 43 minus 36 is 7. So we are going to write 7 in our dividend. Next step is to bring down the next number in the dividend to add to the ones placed in your sum. So meaning, bring down the next number at the right of. So meaning, we have 7 already minus by 43 minus 36. And we are going to bring down 2 because the next number is 2. So now we have 7. And the last step is to repeat all the steps as many times as needed. Write the remainder beside the quotient if any. So we are going to again, if we have 72 here, so we are going to find less than or equal to 72. So in our table now, we have exactly 72 here. And 72 divided by 12 is equal to 6. And 6 is our now the quotient. So 6 times 12 is equal to 72. And we are going to subtract the number. And 72 minus 72 is equal to 0. So there is no remainder. And our answer is now 36. Let us check. 432 divided by 12 is equal to 36. So now we are going to multiply 36 by 12. Using the lattice method, 6 times 1 is equal to 6 or 0, 6. 3 times 1 is equal to 3 or 0, 3. And 6 times 2 is equal to 12 or 1, 2. 3 times 2 is equal to 6 or 0, 6. So now we are going to add the initial product by bringing down 2, and 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. So carry 1, bring down 3. And 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 4. So the product of 36 times 12 is 432. So now let us check. So 432 divided by 12 is equal to 36. And 36 times 12 is equal to 432. As you can see, the dividend and the product of 36 and 12 is the same. So 36 as a quotient is correct because the dividend is the same. So for number 5, what is your final answer? Remember, class, that the question is we need to find the number of trays that Mang Dani used. So, there are 36 trays that Mang Dani used. Let us try another example. We have 3,415 divided by 13 is equal to n. We can write 3,415 as our dividend and 13 is our divisor. So we have to write the dividend 3,415 inside the division symbol. And outside the division symbol is 13, our divisor. So list down the table of 13. So we have the table of 13 in our side. And we are going to divide first the two-digit number, which is 34. So, we are going to find less than or equal to 34 in our table. So, since we have here less than 34 is 26. So, 26 divided by 13 is 2. So, we are going to write 2 in our quotient. And after that, multiply 2 by 13 and it's 26 already. So 34 minus 26 is equal to 8. And next is to bring down 1. So our next quotient here, our next dividend here is 81. So now we are going to find exactly 81 or less than 81. Since we don't have exactly 81, we have less than 81, which is 78. And 78 divided by 13 is equal to 6. So 6 now is our quotient. And 6 times 13 is equal to 78. 81 minus 78 is 3. And then we have another number to bring down, which is 35. Okay, let us continue. So, in bringing down the last digit in our dividend is 5. So, we have 35. So, we are going to find exactly 35 in our table or less than 35. So, since we don't have exactly 35, so find less than 35, which is 26. And 26 divided by 13 is 2. So, our quotient now is 2. And 2 times 13 is 26. Since the next step is to write 26 or the product by subtracting 35, so our remainder now is 9. So we are going to put 9 in our quotient as remainder 9. So the final answer is 262 remainder 9. Okay, class. Let us check if our answer in the quotient is correct. Okay. So, we divide 3,415 by 13. And our answer is 262 remainder 9. Let me check. So, in checking, we do the lattice method of multiplication. So, 262 times 13. So, 1 times 2 is 0, 2 or 2. 1 times 6 is 0, 6 or 6. And 1 times 2 is 0, 2 or 2. Now, let us find the product of 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 0, 6 or 6. And 6 times 3 is 18. So, 1, 8. And then 2 times 3 is 6. So, we are now going to find the sum of the initial product by adding the diagonal. So, 6, bring down. So, 2 plus 8 is 10. So, carry 1, bring down 0. So, 1 plus 6 is 7. And 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. So, carry 1, bring down 4. Now, 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So, the product of 262 times 13 is 3,406. Our dividend is 3,415. But take note, we have the remainder. So what we are going to do for the remainder is to add. So 3,406 plus 9 is equal now to 3,415. So, as you can see, the dividend is the same. So, the quotient 262, remainder 9 is correct because the dividend is the same as the product of the quotient and the divisor. So, for your assignment, let's do activity 2. Find the quotient. Write your answer and solution to your notebook and turn in your Google Classroom. For that, okay, thank you for watching. Goodbye, children.